Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Rumblings from the Lab. Pop Culture should be around here shortly. He's having some audio issues, but he asked me to start the stream anyhow. So, we'll start off here. Sci-Fi Sit Down, how are you doing tonight?
Still alive and kicking. Not dead yet.
Oh, you haven't taken the toaster bath yet. All right. That's good to hear. Funny story. I made that joke to the guy to one of the guys in our Minecraft group. He went out and made a special mod there where he made a special toaster there that if you take like one piece of wheat and add that thing in the other hand, you can make bread with one piece of wheat. But if you use it in water, it zaps you.
Hmm.
So he made a special toaster. All right, so we got me there. I said I'd be on the bit. I was having a bonfire. And Pop says hello to everybody. And here is the panel link if we know you. You know, I don't know. Do we know this guy? Should we keep him on?
Oh, I don't know. Is his name PvP or is he under another alias and a troll under PvP's name?
Well, I
I
can.
don't.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Let's authenticate.
Okay,
Okay,
because
he's authenticated.
I came on a minute, 10 minutes ago, and Pop could not hear my mic at all. It was really weird. So I just wanted to make sure you guys could hear me okay. Because I mean, when I was on your stream watching RoboCop a couple hours ago, the mic was fine as far as I know, right, Gorilla? So I don't know.
Yeah.
Because everything checks out here. Like I looked at all my settings, and I didn't change anything since RoboCop and now. So and it looks like it's working fine. It's the little circle thing moves when I talk. So I don't know. Anyway, it's all good then.
Yeah.
On our end, yes, but according to Pops, he may have a problem with his end, though.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's on Pop's end. I mean, obviously, if you guys can hear my microphone, I'm thinking, it must be on Pop's end that there's some problem developed. I have no idea what it could be, but that's unfortunate. But I hope Pop can sort it out.
Well,
Yeah.
let's just hope he doesn't cancel the live stream because he can't get on. He may just let us run the show then.
Well, it's up to Pop. I mean, it's his channel, right? So whatever he decides, I'm good with whatever he wants to do.
Well, he asked me to start, so.
Okay.
And welcome to Suzanne XT. She says I can't panel.
Hi, Suzanne.
Well, that's all right, Suzanne. And hey to Scurvy.
Hey, Lemon.
He says hello to everyone.
Hey, Scurvy. Any not jokes for PvP tonight, or are you all cleaned out?
Now, hey, the thing with a good joke, it has to flow naturally, not be forced.
It's just like a joke has to flow naturally. Like a good eggnog is like a good joke. Just saying. Besides, we got we don't have eggnog till October, so Lemon's got months and months and months to work on his material. I'm sure he'll have a whole load of good eggnog jokes by then. So no pressure, Lemon.
All right. And she said, Suzanne, say hello to Scurvy. Scurvy's waving to Suzanne. And Scurvy says, I can't panel. Is that like I Can't Dance by Phil Collins?
Well, if you saw the last Genesis tour with poor old Phil singing in a wheelchair or whatever and sounding really bad, I don't think Phil can sing anymore either, much less dance. Sorry, Phil, but it's just true. Like, yikes! I saw some videos. It was kind of, Phil, you should retire, Phil. Really.
Yeah, and Suzanne saying hello to Pop. Hello to all on the panel.
Pop says he needs your help, Grilla.
And say, Suzanne says, Scurvy. Kinds, yeah, I only have a cell phone. I use no fancy mic and camera. Okay. If
You don't really need a camera though. If you got a decent headset with a mic, like mine was like $90. It's not that expensive to get on the panel actually, Suzanne. But just
yeah, but she doesn't have the computer, and and it drains the cell phone. StreamYard drains your cell phone battery bad.
Okay, got it. Yeah, if she doesn't have a desktop or something, that makes it very difficult. Okay, get it. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just that says if Gorilla's watching Pop needs your help right away, please help with this. Yep. I got up here as soon as I can. And Suzanne, me too, says Scurvy. But also just don't desire to panel. Hey, Scurvy, I think you would have some wonderful stuff to say on a panel and make some wonderful live streams there with funny as you are.
Yes,
Yeah,
especially
Scurvy.
with me and him taking jabs at each other all the time.
And Suzanne says, Scurvy, perhaps I will one day. How's that bonfire with bro? Oh, yeah, it's really humid out. It's hard to keep it going. Like it was really hard to keep it going. Yeah, and Scurvy says the Gorilla Dance Show. Yeah, Scurvy says, Gorilla, is it intimidating to have a man with what the heck's Fabio hair?
Oh, you don't know about Fabio? Oh, gee.
No, where it's Mo Howard, the Three Stooges look.
The what?
The Three Stooges, the Mo Howard look.
Is that the bowl cut or the bowl cut?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
No, Fabio was a famous. I think he was. I don't know. Maybe he did some acting, but I think he was sort of known as a romance novel cover model. You know, he was one of those kind of guys. So actually, I'll find a good image of Fabio and I'll post it in the private chat just for your enjoyment there, Gorilla. Oh, here's a good one. I'm sure Gorilla's going to love this one.
Oh, Pop wanted me to start a stream on his channel or on my channel.
Oh, that's an idea. Oh, darn it. It won't let me.
Well, do you want to reconfirm with Pop to start on your channel and we'll go to your channel, or do you want to try doing on Pop's for about another few minutes?
Well, let's finish out the chat here, then I'll see what he comments back there. All right, so Gorilla, my boy made a meme song with the Dancing Toaster song. Says everybody, I'm getting closer to taking. I seen that. I seen that so many times. I seen that on Facebook. There he goes. Every day's getting closer to taking a path with the. Hey, Pop, can you hear us now?
Hey.
Well, you hear something in Pop's background.
Hear you guys.
There we go. I can hear you now.
I can, but barely.
Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
What is going on here?
We can hear you, but you're somewhat low volume right now, a little bit.
Hi, you can't. You can hear you. We can hear you, but we can't hear you.
Test.
There you go.
Bear with you guys. I'm working on it.
Yeah. All right. So, let's see. Hey, just put something in the private chat there. Let's see if he says this.
Test.
Yeah, we hear you.
You're good. But can you hear us on your end, though, Pop?
Yeah, we can hear you. We hear you.
Yeah, I can hear Pop fine here.
You're all sitting.
Test.
We got you. We got you, Pop. We got you.
Yeah, Suzanne saying hello to you, PvP.
Oh, hello, Suzanne. Yeah, I can hear Pop okay, so I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. And Nemesis says, I heard Fabio hair. Must be me.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, for sure. I can't seem to post any image in the private chat or the public chat for some reason. So,
wait, an image?
Yeah, I was just going to post a JPEG of Fabio so you'd know who we're talking about there, Gorilla.
Oh, YouTube does that. Yeah, YouTube does not do pictures in the chat.
And StreamYard doesn't either?
Nope.
Well,
Ah.
they probably do links only, probably like links to the website that the photo's on, probably.
Okay.
It doesn't do direct links to the photo, like the
I
photo
can.
itself.
Hear
I'll
that?
just.
Share
I'll
your
just.
screen.
I'll just do the Wikipedia link then. That's probably the easiest.
Yeah. So Nemesis says, I heard Fabio here. Must be me.
There you go. It's an older picture of him on the Wikipedia, but it gives you some idea of his hairstyle, which is quite long.
All right. So
Yeah, he's getting old now. Geez, he's 65 already. Wow.
present. Share screen.
Test.
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us now?
No. Keep
Hello. Hello.
talking. I'm working on it.
Yeah, we can hear you. So, no. So apparently this picture here is what the hairstyle he's talking about. All right.
Yeah, you should see him in his prime when he was young, though. His hair was like much better. That's a picture of him now when he's old. But yeah, he was one of those sort of hunk guys. I think Harlequin Romance used him for like a cover model in their romance novels and that kind of weird stuff. So yeah, Fabio was kind of a running joke for a lot of years in his heyday, right? It's like, oh yeah, Fabio, oh yeah, you know.
And I lost my spot in the. All right. And everybody is saying hello to everybody. We already said hello to Nemesis, and Nemesis says, hello, Pop. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, and Scurvy says, PvP, ouch. That dig on Phil Collins was harsher than 30-day-old Nate dog.
Well, I was just being honest. Like, go take a look at their last tour with Phil singing. Like, I feel bad for the poor guy because he looked very ill and he didn't sound very good either. So, I mean, seriously, if you got to sing in a wheelchair or whatever he was sitting in, it's like, it's time to retire, Phil. Seriously.
So, are you being prejudiced against people in wheelchairs there, PvP?
I know. I'm being prejudiced against rock stars who don't know when to hang it up when they're way past their prime.
Test.
Yeah, we can hear you, Pop.
We can hear you, Pop.
Yeah, it's probably your receiver and Pop if you can still hear us or not hear us. We may have to give him visual signs to tell him it's his receiver end.
I'm just posting in the private chat. Hopefully, Pop can read that at least. I just posted. We hear you, Pop.
I'm gonna message LDG here.
Just hope I can spell this correctly. Receiver.
Is this volume turned up?
No, Pop's gonna try and reboot again. It looks like.
See my bike mark. Just did it.
Oh yeah.
Just bike from that time.
Sorry, I'm messaging Pop here.
Oh boy.
Well, someone could say something.
Well, you know, I don't know. What do you guys want to talk about? I mean, there wasn't really a topic picked for the start of the stream, so.
Well, Scurvy here has a question. Who has more Fabio like? Whose hair is more Fabio like, Cynthia or Nemesis? Well, Nemesis has the long hair, so.
Well, I don't know. I got the Mo haircut right here. I can show for a quick second.
Yeah, I'd say Nemesis probably has more Fabio-like hair. At least going by his drawing, anyway. Like I haven't seen the guy on camera in a long time, so I don't know what he looks like now.
So sit down there. I got a question. So are we supposed to bonk you on the head and pull your nose and smash you in the backside of the head? Because I can be arranged. I will personally fly out to California right now just to do that.
Yeah, then I'll grab you
Oh,
by your
boy.
ear and say, "Come here, Curly, come here." I'll give you a nice hammer over the head.
Yeah. And Nemesis says, I'm gonna be humble and say me, Lemon. Or Scurvy. Now Fabio has long flowing hair, laughing my ass off. Not a bowl cut.
Yeah, Fabio has like shoulder length hair. Yeah.
All right. Oh,
I bet
and
Suzanne's got a whole collection of those Harlequin romances tucked away somewhere with those Fabio covers, don't you, Suzanne? Just saying, you know.
all right. So Suzanne says Fabio was a male model, long flowing hair, very smoking hot.
He was a handsome man in his prime, I must say.
Well, then he shouldn't be stepping in the fire if he doesn't want to be smoking. Taylor Swift. Welcome, Taylor Swift, greater than Disney, Star Wars, and MCU and Doctor Who. He's giving us the hand waving there, turquoise green waving hand.
Wow.
And Suzanne says, yes, that was my little brat with the deep voice.
Hmm.
And welcome, Pickles, known as LDG, or as we like to rename him there, YouTube's whipping boy there. And if you come up on the panel, LDG, I promise I won't play any Indian music for you unless you fall asleep.
Well, if you guys want to talk about a subject, what news have you heard in the Star Trek sphere?
I haven't heard any.
Hey, Gorilla, I just posted Fabio. I found a website with a picture of Fabio in his prime. So you can really see the man in his true hunky glory back in the day.
Why does he look like he's about ready to come out of the closet?
Well, yeah, I kind of asked that question over the years myself, but you know, I didn't actually want to think about it too much, Gorilla, if you know what I mean. So, you know.
And welcome, Scotty. He goes, "Hey, Pop, stream could hear you."
Yeah, we can hear Pop. Hey, Scotty.
Say hi to all of us on here, and everybody's giving the Scotty. Everybody's saying each other's names.
Yeah, it seems everybody can hear everybody except Pop. Pop can't hear anybody. So yeah, it's kind of strange, but
yeah. And Scurvy says, Scotty, I was on your Fargo show. Said a few things, not a lot. I was not absent. Then I have absolutely no idea what this link is for.
No, I have no idea either. Maybe it's a Fabio link. This is turning into a Fabio discussion stream, I fear.
Guy says, glad to have a fan in the chat, Scurvy.
Hey, Scotty, are you a Fabio fan?
Wait, he had that for a while.
Well, PvP, you have to remember, Scotty is the horn dog. He probably would do anything with a pulse.
Yeah, I bet I would bet $1 that Scotty has a poster of Fabio on his wall somewhere. I'm just saying. Scotty can deny that if he likes, but.
And hello, Sean Carter. I hope your cleanup of your cover is coming better. Sorry you don't. I hope you get your power back soon. But just make sure to keep your freezers duct tape shut to keep the cold in as long as possible.
Yeah, wow, that's 72 hours. That's a long time. Gee, Sean, I hope your food is okay.
Yeah, it's only a 3-day blackout.
That's a long time. I mean, we've had power outages here for like maybe 5-6 hours kind of thing. When some moron, drives their car into a telephone pole and knocks all the power out, that kind of stuff. But 72 hours, that's getting up there, Sean. Jeez, I hope everything turns out okay, buddy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it's kind of hard to keep the power on when your entire town's destroyed.
Oh, did the whole town get destroyed? I didn't know about that.
No, look at Twitter.
Oh, well, what town are we talking about there, Gorilla?
Yeah. Temple, Texas.
Oh, it got hit by like a hurricane or something?
Tornado.
Oh, shit.
Well, Texas and the Midwest states live in Tornado Alley. Not sure if Grill lives in Tornado Alley. Do you?
Oh yeah, he is. You got tornadoes passing through your area, don't you, Gorillas? Quite regularly this time of year.
Well, it depends on the year. This year we've had 4 severe thunderstorms.
Okay. I remember that video you posted. I think it was probably a couple months ago now, with some tornado passing by. I think it was one state away from you, or something that looked really nasty.
That was about a month ago.
Yeah. Okay. I knew it was a little while ago.
Yeah, I'm not sure if was that the one where I had. Is that the one where I had a stream that had me riding a tornado, a gorilla riding a tornado as a thumbnail?
It could have been. I really don't remember, man. I haven't watched it since I was on the panel that night, so I'm really not sure. But I remember you mentioned that it looked like it was about a mile across, if that means anything. So
Oh, that a mile and a half.
yeah, you said it was a pretty large tornado. So yeah.
That's 5.
So for what I hear in the Star Trek sphere of news, STD is about ready to come to an end either this week or next week. The final episode's coming out.
Yeah, it's only slated for season 5 there.
Yeah, remember when shows had seasons that were like 25, 30 episodes? Like, those were the days.
Oh, I forgot to authenticate.
And we
we
have YouTube's biggest Fabio fan has just joined us. Hey,
No,
it's Scotty. Oh, hey, Scotty.
Your questions will be answered later on in the chat.
Hey,
yeah,
Scotty.
and Scotty did give you an answer to our question, PvP, and he has a Conan the Barbarian poster because he says he's a man.
I'm a man.
Actually, Fabio could have made a decent Conan in his prime. Kind of think of it.
But
he had the look, right?
But like Fabio, if you want me to be a Fabio expert, I'll be a Fabio expert. But you're absolutely correct. He was like a beefcake romance novel cover boy. Yep. But he was Italian. And so the thing is that all the ladies loved him. And so they tried to make him a little bit of a celebrity in the 90s. He was, I know him as being solidified as something more than just a cover boy when he was on the Drew Carey show, of all things. Like, he used to make guest spots. He was in a couple of movies. Yeah, it was weird when he showed up, but as soon as he opened his mouth, it was just like, no.
Oh, okay. He had a bad voice. Okay.
And it was an accent. He had an Italian accent, and he couldn't really act.
Okay. Scotty.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't remember Schwarzenegger being a particularly virtuoso actor either in a lot of his movies, so that didn't hold him back.
That's true. When you're going for beefcake with long flowing hair, you have to have sort of like a timbre to your voice and a confidence. And his was more of like a smarmy Italian. Like, he would have been a wicked wrestler if he could get hurt.
Okay.
Scotty, is your avatar from that movie where the guy finds a mannequin that's cursed and turns into a real woman a few times in the movie? Is that's
James Bond? That's James Bond, isn't it?
Yes. So that's a James Bond picture. Yes.
So is that like a Pierce Brosnan one? Or I'm just trying to take a guess here.
No, it's a Timothy Dalton. So it narrows narrows him down quite a lot.
Okay.
And how many times did he play James Bond? Just one or two movies, or just one?
Two. Dalton
did 2. How many did oh God, my brain.
Lazenby?
Lazenby did 1. No, I'm talking about the guy we just talked about. Oh God.
Timothy Dalton?
Pierce
Brosnan.
Yeah. Brosnan, Brosnan, he did 3, did he not?
I think he did 5. He did
5? Wow.
4, maybe 4. He did 4. He did GoldenEye. He did Tomorrow Never Dies.
Right.
Die Another Day.
Right.
And
I know he did 3 for sure, but I'm not sure.
No, but there's a 4th one. Not Everything or Nothing. It's the one with Robert Carlyle and Sophie Marceau. Oh, I'll kick myself when someone tells me. but it'll come to me. It'll give me a second.
Yeah, well, I haven't seen any of the
It's
Brosnan
got
Bonds
Denise
anyway, so
Richards.
I'm
Yeah.
definitely not too knowledgeable of those. So I know
Well,
he did a handful of them, but
I'm gonna have to look it up, or I'm gonna have like a mental splinter.
Well, there is one actor. I think I'm looking at it on Wikipedia. He may have played just one role in the Bond movie. This I'm looking at the wrong source. I could put it in the public chat. Maybe the public chat can confirm it or not confirm it.
if you're
The
talking
world
one,
is
if
the
you're
world
talking
is not
one-
enough is the fourth Brosnan.
Oh, that's
one
it.
I'm thinking of.
That's it. Yeah. If you're talking one-time Bond, it would be George Lazenby. I'm guessing, Dan.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
put it in the chat. Yeah.
Which
On Her
is
Majesty's
actually-
Secret Service. Very
that's
good
actually
movie.
that's one of my favorite Bond movies. I know a lot of people slag it, but I thought Lazenby was decent in that movie. I really did. I liked him as Bond, and of course, you had the delectable Diana Rigg as the Bond girl, which is like, hey, you can't go wrong with her, right? So
Yes.
yep.
That
I thought it was a really good story too. And Telly Savalas, great villain.
Yes.
Good movie.
No, and not as many people slag on it as much anymore. It sort of found its audience. People do appreciate it. And if you watch it again, like if you check it out, if you have the DVDs kicking around or something, if you watch it again, it is gorgeously shot.
Oh,
like
it's
there
really,
are
yeah.
helicopter scenes, and there is like back projection for some of the snowmobile and ski scenes, but a lot of the stunts are
Right,
done for
right.
real.
Oh yeah,
So good.
the
so
helicopter
good.
scenes are amazing because they're definitely
Yeah.
done for real. Like, and what is that chalet they're attacking way up in the mountains? I mean, it's obviously a real building, right?
Oh, Peas
fabulous.
Valoria, it's called.
Is it still? Is it a tourist attraction or something now?
And imagine how many James Bond posters they have on the wall. apparently you can take, like, if you look it up, if you look up the location, you can actually see what's going on. It is a tourist attraction, and yeah, it's just laden with James Bond memorabilia.
Yeah, because they have a restaurant up there. I think I read somewhere once, don't they?
Yeah.
That's cool. That would be actually, if you're a real big Bond fan, that'd be a great place to go and visit. Actually,
Well, but see where Ian Fleming wrote James Bond, he did that in Jamaica, and so it would be warmer there. I would rather go to, because he still, like, where he
That's
wrote
true.
Casino Royale. It's actually a house called Goldeneye, and it is you can rent it. You can actually
Wow.
yeah, it's like
but
it's
that's
a
not
resort
cheap.
of
So.
sorts. No, it's not. It's like no.
I do have a question. Tell me, since it's the author that wrote James Bond. Did he die a long time ago? If so, then who's taking over the writing of James Bond?
Ian
books, if
Fleming?
they're still
Oh,
not-
he died a long time ago, Dan.
Yeah.
A long time ago. Yeah.
He died when Sean Connery was still James Bond.
Yeah, he was passed in the 60s, right, Scotty? If I remember
Yeah.
correctly.
So then, well, for what I see and hear, they make more James Bond books. Who took over the property of writing the James Bond character, or did they just stop making books about James Bond when the original author died?
Oh no, not at all. And if I were a better James Bond fan, like I'm more of the film fan than I am the books. But there have been a bunch that have been written without Ian Fleming, and some are considered, oh, this is pretty close. This is what would Fleming intend, and even in terms of the verbiage, although some of the slurs and such are updated for the times, much like the films. I see nothing wrong with the way that they were written at the time when it was just Fleming.
Yeah, I'm against going back and censoring the past. I think the past is what it is, and how can you learn from the past if you're going to censor it and alter it? For modern audiences, as they say.
Yes. Well, and there was even
I'm not that
April,
sensitive, right?
there was an
Sorry,
April
Scotty.
Fool's joke this year that was I think it was some DVD. It might have been Screen Crush. I don't know. Somebody who tells me about DVDs said they were going back and releasing the 4K versions of all of the James Bonds, but unfortunately, every time he smokes, it will be digitally removed. And
That's
I was
dumb.
like, yeah, well, and it was an April Fool's joke. Thank heavens. But as
good.
soon as I read that, I was just like, I forgot what day it was. And I was like, BS. This is just BS. I will not accept this. And I think it's stupid.
Yeah.
And so I started sharing it everywhere. And then everybody's just like, Scott, it's April
Everybody's
Fool's.
freaking out.
No, they just realized that I had been had. So,
Well,
but
it
in
happens
answer
to
to
the
your
best of us.
question, Dan, yeah, they did make more books. I'm just not that familiar with them.
Tell me, if any of you have read them or heard about them, which author do the fans think are closest to the original Arthur's work that the fans consider canon?
That's a good question.
Good question. I have no answer because I've never actually read any of the Bond novels, so I plead ignorance on that one, Dan.
So do I. I figured since Scotty has the James Bond figure, Avatar, he might know the answer.
Pressure's
Well,
on, Scotty.
I just said I'm more about the movies and not the books.
Yeah,
I
by the way,
already answered.
All right.
I just wanted to mention Fleming actually died in 12th of August 1964, so he didn't get to enjoy the movies for very long. I guess he only saw the first few, probably.
Well, they came out 62, 63, 64.
Yeah, so he maybe
they
saw
came
the
out-
first three, right? Kind of
Yeah,
thing.
they were like Avengers movies in the early 60s.
Yeah, well, they were popular. Yeah. Thing is, I just want to quickly mention, though, it's interesting because he died in August 64. And I remember when they were doing Man from Uncle, right, that Ian Fleming was actually involved in the early development stage of that. Must have been right around the end of his life because he did contribute the name Napoleon Solo to that show, right? And I remember he actually just took a small stipend and bowed out. You know, he wasn't worried about making a lot of money off of giving the production crew the name for Solo, but he must have just done that name in his final months. I'm guessing because Uncle went on in 65, if I remember correctly. So yeah, I never realized it was so close to the end of his life when he was involved with the Man from Uncle, right?
Yeah. But also that would have the part of the reason why the Man from Uncle showed up in the first place is because of the Bond craze. And so having Ian Fleming sort of assist in the beginnings of that production is a real feather in its cap. And I love the early seasons of Uncle.
It's like a gold standard stamp for Uncle, right? To get Ian Fleming's blessing. Yeah.
All right. Hey, Pop, can you hear us?
Hello, Pop.
Hey, Pop.
Can you hear us, Pop?
Pop, hello.
Oh,
Yeah, actually, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
yay!
finally.
You figured it out.
Yay!
All right. Well, I'll be back in a sec. No,
So tell me, I probably know the answer to this question. Which is your
Wait,
favorite
you hear
James?
me?
Yes, we can. Which is your favorite James Bond parody movie or series?
Yeah.
Oh, Austin Powers.
Obviously.
Now, but there is and just for the audience here, I really enjoy, and I'm sorry, that sounds weird, but I really liked In Like Flint and Our Man Flint. So those are really
great.
good. Those are really great parody movies as well.
I remember when I got Gorilla to do
that's a
those
big
on
one
his
with
Sunday.
StreamYard. It's not working right.
You can't hear us?
Can you not hear us?
Disregard that stuff. Sorry.
Oh,
So if you can hear us, how are you not hearing? Can we get an update from the tower?
Pops is having trouble on StreamYard's end on his end. He's
All
trying
right.
to figure it out.
Cool. I'll be back in a second. I'm just going to go grab myself a beverage.
Yeah, me too.
I'll-
I'll be back in a minute.
I'll catch up on chat here. Suzanne says Fabio was a god. All right, we'll take your word for it. Sean says need to conserve my battery. Just say hi. All right, Sean. And Scotty says
That's not
Sean.
good humid.
So it's super
Was
rad.
it cold or hot?
What was cold or hot?
Okay, so my audio is way out of sync.
Did you accidentally mute the tab?
What'd I miss?
Gorilla and Pop are trying to discuss technical difficulties on his end.
There is a lot of difficulty in engineering. And if you are curious, Nemesis, if you scroll up in the chat, you should be able to get to the StreamYard link. I don't know if the bus will stop, but that is where the bus stop is.
Yeah. And Scurvy says, Sean, hey, dang, hope he gets better. Oh. And he goes, thanks, Scurvy. We're hoping word is power may come back on tonight, but who knows? Hopefully. And hey, Oiler Greg, I haven't seen you in a while. I seen that nasty storm that you got hit with. What was it, 125 mile an hour winds? It wasn't even a hurricane. It was a westerly. Oh, you're all right.
No fun.
Yeah. Oh, can you hear us now?
Can you hear us now?
Testing. Oh, can you hear us on your end?
Cacaw.
I hear you, but it's out of sync, so I'm trying to fine tune.
Okay.
Oh, is
All right.
there? Have you muted your YouTube tab?
On YouTube and not StreamYards.
Right.
Yeah, the problem is in StreamYard. StreamYard's having issues for some reason.
Heavens.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
And
Well, at least Gorilla's made a good co-host for you, Pop, to take over for you for a little bit now.
yeah. Other Greg says I went a week without power, but now it's back. Well, that's good there, Other Greg.
Boy, a week, that's a long time.
Yeah, and it goes. I'm so glad our town has an emergency diesel generator. Yeah.
Well, that's handy. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Scurvy here says, "Whoa, sit there, got it cut. There's
Yeah,
no
you know
longer
what it is.
Fabio here. Like it's the And OG says he's lurking tonight. Yeah. And Sean says, thank you. I've been itching to work
I'll be right
on
back,
it.
guys.
No power. I have no
Okay.
power.
Well, I can't wait for you to get back to it, man, because that D7, that Klingon cruiser, that is super cool.
I always love the D7.
And Skirver says, Oiler Greg, dang, a whole week. Yes. Back in the day, yes. I'm not sure what we're talking about. Oiler Greg says, rum and coke tonight.
She's talking
Back in
about
the day.
Fabio, I believe, Gorilla.
Oh, that makes
Okay.
sense, yeah.
And Sean says, Fabio's hunky glory. Something you want to tell us, PvP?
I'm just saying, it's a well-known fact. I mean, Fabio
is.
was a big hunk, you know, he was a big hunk for the romance novel crowd back in the day. I guess what, in the 80s would be his peak, I'm guessing?
I'm thinking like late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, something like that, right, Scotty? Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was like everywhere for a while. Hell, I remember him doing really cheesy TV ads for some bloody product. I can't bloody remember anymore, but you know, he'd be like doing a shampoo commercial or something, right? You know,
Yeah.
shampoo and those long golden locks of hair, you know, like, you know, holding up the product for the ladies and all that kind of, you know, weird stuff, right? You know.
Yeah.
Well, you know, chicks
But hey,
thought he was
go
hot.
with it.
So.
I mean, he probably made millions doing that shtick, so why not, right?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. So, Oiler Greg says, audiobooks in the dark. And beat me up, Scotty.
I don't have the technology. I don't have the power.
And Scott says, bourbon and coke for me. And
That sounds
Nemesis
good.
says, I hope you are okay, Sean. Well, he's okay. He got some fabulous video of that storm. I almost want to steal it for shorts. You should actually put those up. You should have actually, the day it happened, you should have put those up as shorts on your channel there. That could have generated a lot of views. Rose wine for me tonight. We always knew there was something wrong with Scurvy. Now we figured it out. He's a whiner.
Yeah, it's good though, man. Sugar helps.
Rose wine, Lemon?
Yeah.
Lemon, I'm fine with it, dude.
And
Never could drink wine. It always gave me indigestion.
Add a little soda, use a straw. Happy times.
yeah.
Just
And
sit there and
Sean-
watch my Fabio stories.
And Sean says, well, the freezer and fridge have been emptied. Okay, because that's the one trick my parents taught me. This is good for anybody who thinks they're going to be without power for extensive periods of time. If you lose power, duct tape especially your freezer. Duct tape it as tight as you can be shut there, and do not open it at all. Do not let. That way, it stays cold as long as possible, and it'll keep some of the humidity out and stuff.
Yeah, I mean the thing is too, even if it starts to thaw, you're probably good for like 2 or 3 days at least, even if it does thaw, right, Gorilla? Because it's still cookable at that point, you know. If you
Yeah.
can
Gap
cook
after
it,
dark.
you know, if you can cook it all, you'd be okay.
No, that's the thing. My parents, when they lost power, it was still frozen for 3 days afterwards. There, when they finally got power on, so you probably be good for 5 days.
Yeah, I'm thinking you could probably push it out to a week, even if it
Yeah,
if it stayed frozen for like 3 days, and then you got maybe 4 days where it's thawing. Because
yeah,
usually it's pretty safe, even at 3 or 4 days if it's thawed, if you can get it cooked, you know, right
yeah,
away after that, right? So yeah.
yeah. But here's also the thing. It also depends mostly on what the inside temperature is. Because say it happened when it's 120 degrees outside, well,
Yeah.
that's going to warm your freezer up a lot faster than say
Yeah.
an ice storm taking out. Your house is sitting at 50.
That makes sense. Yes, yes.
And you got to plan for these things.
Yeah,
Well,
but then
the thing
again, if you're in the winter in where Gorilla is, the winter is always a freezer, so you can turn off your freezer and just have it frozen up there all the time.
No, only if you keep your crap outside. Then hey, you're still at risk of animals stealing your food.
That's true. That's true. That's
Yeah.
true, Yogi.
We don't get winters cold enough here very often anymore to do that anyway. Like, you know, like 30 years ago, sure, you could have put, you know, some food out on the porch or whatever, you know, and it would have been fine for a couple days probably when it was like really cold, but we just don't get winters that extreme anymore in, you know, where I am. So, yeah, it would not work to put food outdoors.
Yeah. And Scotty says, I have a Conan the Barbarian poster because I'm a man.
I wouldn't have said it quite like that, but I think you said it well.
Well, it's better than Pinocchio's going, I'm a boy. I'm a real boy. People wrap their cars around power lines in Canada around October, eggnog season.
I would not be surprised, actually. They do occasionally do that, it seems. So we haven't had a power outage for that reason in quite some time.
Right.
So fingers crossed.
All right, just a sec. I'm helping my kid. Oh,
I found it. Hey.
all right. Take it to
If you've got business,
the yeah. And happy Lamentations Day, Scotty. Whatever the heck that's supposed to mean.
I don't even know. But thank you, Greg.
And Sean is laughing. And unlike her.
Oh,
hey,
geez.
Adley, can you go to the living room chair? I can't. You're gonna give me a copy. You're gonna pop a copyright claim with that. All right, go to
That's
the
a
living
heck
room.
of a thing.
Gorilla educating his young at an early age about copyright claims. I love it. Well, you know, there's always reruns, unfortunately, though, Sean. You know, you never know. But hopefully nobody will ever think of rerunning that crap anyway. So, you know, hopefully they won't.
Well, it'd probably be a very obscure channel for reruns.
All right. So, Sean here says, unlike herpes, this STD will not last forever.
I do have a legit question. Did they intentionally name the Star Trek show Star Trek Discovery just to make that terrible nickname for it?
No.
No, I doubt it.
No,
I don't even think they knew at the time.
All right. No, it's supposed to be STDISCO, so Star Trek Disco, but it's been got such bad rep that we just shortened it to STD because it's the STD of Star Trek.
Right.
Well, I think the people producing the show were just clueless morons, basically. And
Yes.
it's like Disco was a horribly bad name because anybody who lived through the 70s and actually went to discos and drank beer there just to make fun of the John Travolta wannabes knows how horrific the disco age really was. It was god awful cringe to live through. It really was.
Here's my idea.
So STD was just as stupid to shorten it, right? So,
but here's my idea: is that I think that in the naming convention of every other Star Trek, there's just like the original series, The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, which is shortened to Voy, or Enterprise, which is shortened to ENT. And with Discovery, they honestly thought that it would just be DSC. That is what they did. That's what they branded around it within the show with disco, because they wanted to sell merch. And they forgot.
Okay.
No, they just thought it was going to be Star Trek DSC.
That would have made more sense, actually, to go with that.
That's what they wanted, because they were more clever. They knew that the fans were going to do whatever that already happened. They were standing on the shoulders of giants and saying, we don't really have to prove ourselves for this. Now, this is all supposition. I don't know this for sure. But I'm just saying, when they started doing it, and this little, obvious way to describe a piece of shit came out, and it's like, we're all calling it STD. Why wouldn't we call it STD? And they were like, we thought you would call it DSC. And we were like, we thought you'd be good. And so when that all fell apart, that's why STD, that's why it's so perfect. There is no DSC, there is no disco. It is STD.
It is like
something
it is like something you do not want in your life.
This is why I don't talk about STD, is because next week it's going to be over, and then I'm going to be out of content.
All right, guys, I gotta go lay my daughter down, so I'll be back here in a little bit.
Cool.
Okie dokie.
I assume that Pop has controls to enter and exit his studio.
He probably does.
He was back and forth a couple times, wasn't he? Earlier, I think.
Cool.
Yes,
I just didn't.
Yes, he was.
I'm just making sure. I'm double checking on all of the safety valves and knobs.
Yeah, I'm just guessing. Pop
knobs was a poor choice of word.
I'm just guessing Pop is still having some kind of audio issue that he's working on, or maybe he's just given up on it. I really don't know, because I mean, obviously,
he'll let us know. He'll let us know. He can stop it whenever he wishes.
I think, knowing Pop, he'll probably just let us babble on for a while, though, because that's,
we're all here in support of
right?
him. The thing is, we're waiting for the guest of honor. He is the host.
Well, he's not exactly the guest; he's the host of honor.
Yeah,
or he could be if he ever, was here. But oh well,
he's working on it.
Yeah, there he is. Well, I was going to say, speak of the
devil. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we could hear you all along, Pop.
Can you hear us?
The question is this audio in sync with ours on StreamYard?
I'm just not 100%. I'm not 100%. I don't know. I don't like to. I've tried to do technical support and troubleshoot, but if I can't see the screen,
I cannot hear you guys through StreamYards. I can hear. If you guys would just stop talking for a minute, I could explain. The problem is, by the time you guys stop talking, I'm like 5 minutes more. Oh. All right, let me make this clear. What's going on is I'm not getting any audio through StreamYard. So normally when we have StreamYard and YouTube both open, we mute YouTube and use our audio strictly through StreamYard. But for some reason, I'm not getting any audio through StreamYards at all. Only the mic. Sorry about that. So I'm going to mute until I figure it out. Go ahead and keep talking, guys.
All right. So for what I hear, Star Trek Legacy, the TV show.
Wait. I would just like to address that briefly. Pop, if you go into, and you probably have done this, but it's just the first thing that pops to my head because I can't see your screen, is if you go into your, not just your audio settings, but your microphone settings, see if your microphone is responsible for your audio and vice versa, is the short way for me to say it. I hope that I made that somewhat clear.
I'm just wondering too if Gorilla could do this, continue the stream, and Pop might have more success, joining Gorilla's stream, if that makes any sense, guys.
I do not know.
Yes,
We're gonna have to
it
wait
is.
for.
I don't know why it's acting different tonight.
Okay.
So it sounds to me like StreamYard's tab might have accidentally got muted.
And it doesn't help when there's a big delay like there is. No, I've been having StreamYard since I logged in tonight. She's with StreamYard. When I first logged into StreamYard, it had logged me out, and I'm logging in. But for some reason, with the huge delay between StreamYard and YouTube, it's hard to reply to what you guys are saying.
So, do you want Gorilla to start his own live stream on his channel while you try to figure out on your end, or you want us to stay on here to help you through it?
Gorilla can do whatever he wants. It might be best if he starts his own stream.
Just trying to give you options here, Pop. Maybe Gorilla can help you out by having you on his. Then you can shut down this live stream, see if his works through coming on his panel, see if it works on your end on his stream, and then test it out that way if you want to. Cannot poke the bear anymore, named you.
Yes, that's what I said at the beginning, sit down. You know what? Never mind. Have a good night, guys.
Yeah, I'm back for a little bit. I'm letting her finish her video. I'm thinking StreamYard's. That's the only thing I could think of is StreamYard's the tab actually got muted.
Well, it seems obviously, unfortunately, that there is some StreamYard's issue on Pop's end. I mean, that seems to be becoming obvious now, right, guys? So
Yeah.
I have no clue as to how to suggest anything to help Pop out with that, unfortunately. But I don't know. I mean, it's frustrating, isn't it? Jeez, I can imagine Pop must be. I would be very frustrated if I was experiencing that.
Oh, Nemesis asked for a link to the panel.
Hey, Nemesis, we need the Fabio of the community on here.
Anyway, I have some great Star Wars news. The new Star Wars TV show, Star Wars Acolyte, is going to come out in less than 2 weeks. I'm overjoyed for it.
I wish I was a Star Wars fan still, but I just can't get excited about it, Dan. Sorry.
PvP, I'm being sarcastic.
Oh, good. Yeah. Well, I guess it's better off than Doctor Who these days. Oh my goodness.
All right. So Pop says I'm on audio on YouTube. I should maybe StreamYard's there. We're half an hour behind, so I want to catch this up. Fabio had a good sense of humor about himself. He embraced the meme. And James Bond fought a mannequin. And side by assistant says George Lazenby. And Oiler Drags reminding us to please like the stream. And Scribber says supposedly they removed a woman's braces in Moonbreaker. I have no idea about that.
I heard about that because that was Jaws' little girlfriend in Moonraker, right? And I remember seeing it at the theater. She did have braces, and I'm thinking because she was a very small, cute little lady, and I'm thinking they kind of thought maybe those braces made her look underage or something. So being this, the age of censorship we're in now, they probably got scared. And I do remember them hearing something about they digitally removed her braces in some of the newer updates, which I think is kind of ridiculous personally, but just wanted to mention it.
All right.
Moonraker wasn't that good anyway, though.
Yeah. Nemesis says, Moonraker go pew pew. And Nemesis says, hooray. And Scurvy says, some claim Dolly never had braces. One of you bond experts settle this.
That probably be Scotty, since he's a James Bond movie only fan. He probably can answer that if
What's
he's
up?
still here. Lemon has a question for you.
Sure.
It's right on the panel right now.
Yes. Some claim Dolly never had braces. One of you Bond experts settle this. She never had braces. That is, it's well documented. It seems to be whatever, people misremembering things. Yeah. You can call it the Mandela effect. I wouldn't. I'm not an idiot. But I think it's just people remember it because it makes so much sense thematically for Jaws to meet up with a girl with braces. And we all sort of think about it. I don't know why. And it's also, so I think it's just something that came into the common myth, but it's not.
So you think it's become
real.
It's become an urban legend kind of thing, Scotty?
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
I believe they used to call them old wives' tales.
Well, that's a long time ago.
Well,
that's even before my time, Scotty.
Hey,
Scotty.
That's
a long time ago.
Hey, Scotty, you do know why they call them old wives' tales, right?
I don't know.
Because old wives told the tales, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Sometimes the literal translation is the best one, just saying.
Yeah.
Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar.
Just a cigar. Yeah. That like Rennie Magritte said, right, Scotty?
Yeah. And okay, other Greg says the stream needs more cowbell and more pop. Welcome back, Pop.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yes.
Yeah, welcome, Gap. Sorry it takes so long for us to say hi to you.
Hey, Gap.
I said hi to Gap.
And everybody's saying hello here. So this, and then Emerson says, hope you're doing well. And Gap says, sit there. Did you hear about the Stargate, the movie Funko Pops? There's 5 different ones coming out in July 8th, available only on Amazon Entertainment.
For what he clarified later on in the comments, he was talking about the 1994 Stargate movie, and I told him in the comments I haven't seen that movie. I just seen the TV shows.
Huh.
And Nemesis, I sent you a link. I got you a link finally. It only took me half an hour, but I finally got you a link.
Good work.
Make sure it's pinned for him.
No, I sent it to him directly.
Just make sure it's actually Nemesis. You ought to be careful, girl.
I sent it directly to him on Twitter.
Oh, good.
And he says, I'm hanging in there, Nemesis. How are you doing? And link to the panel. Please. I want to be on the panel. Please.
Well, I'll be back. I'm just going to go get my laundry out of the dryer, so I'll be back in about 10 or 15, guys.
Do not fall in.
But I expect the Fabio of the community to definitely be here by the time I return. Just saying. Okay.
Yeah. And Gap says, no, I have not. And D7, shields up, phasers fire. So the bus stops before that for me, Scotty. LOL. I'm on me phone. And Gap
pronounced iPhone.
And Sean says, Euler Greg, a week. Ouch. Yeah. And they look great, sit down. And lots of giant transmission towers collapsed. Houston looks like Godzilla stopped through town.
Yikes.
Gap says, Vel, also on Entertainment Earth. But oh, great, you missed a perfect opportunity. You could say King Kong, and you could force me to apologize for my cousin's behavior.
Ah,
And Screwy says,
demerits.
Yes, but then the question is, does Gorilla measure up to his his other relative?
yeah, only one spot, only in one area. Ha! Oh, Greg says 1 million people lost power. Oh, that's bad. That sucks. Oh man, the PvP's not even here. I'm gonna start this one. I'm gonna come back to it. I'm gonna have him say it again. Someone clip it.
All right.
Oh, Gaps is OD. And hey, you. Oh, Oiler. And Gap, are you talking about the Stargate movies that are able to watch online for free? And Gap says, no, the original Stargate movie, they are going to release 5 Funko Pops from the original movie. July 8th, available on Amazon. And Oiler says, open your deep freeze and add bags of ice. Yeah, but is there any bags of ice left in town? Yeah. And Scurvy says, I like beer, but some days my body says no more yeast today.
Never thought
Hey!
about my yeast consumption.
Hey, that's Scurvy. Scurvy, there's an easy fix to that. Go to hops then. Switch from yeast to hops.
IPAs, yo.
And Gap, I haven't seen the original 1994 Stargate movie. Neither have I.
Neither have I.
Yeah. In cold weather, yeah, PvP, we could let it thaw, but it's 93 here and 109 with the humidity index. Needless to say, I kind of smell like a sock at this point. Hey, just because your power's out doesn't mean your water's out. Go hop in a lake. Go hop in the river. There you go. That'd be a sight to see. Put your swim trunks on and take a bottle of Axe down to the river. Or to the lake. And Stargate SG-1. Oh wow, Dan, you should watch it. It's good. And Gap's laughing at Sean. Well, Greg says, put the food outside and the cats and dogs or other varmints will eat it. And Gnosis says, Sean broke Gorilla. Yeah? Lamentation was a Conan reference y'all didn't get. Yoda ears down. I was responding to Scotty's comment.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. But I had to look it up, and I was just like, there's a book of Lamentations, and it is about the lamentations of the destruction of Jerusalem. And I'm like, was this a biblical reference? And so
Yeah.
I didn't know, and I was worried for a while. But you're right. You should have just said Crom. Why can't you just say Crom?
Well,
Happy Crom's Day.
Yeah, here when I hear Lamentations, I'm thinking of Lore Runners when he's talking about a really crappy episode, like Code of Honor or Threshold or.
Oh
whatever.
yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense.
You know what I'm talking about then.
Yeah, no, like when you hear a crappy title for a Star Trek episode, and you're just like, oh, is that one of those ones?
Well, no, he has Ruminations and Lamentations, or
the Ruminations and Lamentations. Yes.
Yeah,
but you said Threshold, and so that burst a blood vessel in my forehead. So,
hey, maybe that burst blood vessel leads you to turning into a lizard.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
So you heard it here, folks, that Scotty R37 will be turning into a iguana or a lizard or whatever the hell they used.
Well, it is apparently the next step in human evolution, according to that episode of Star Trek Voyager.
Yeah, it's called Threshold, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And other Greg says, new wave of Southern rock, never disco. I listened to one disco CD, and that was New Boys. Well, technically two. I listened to 2 discos. There's New Boys Love Liberty Disco, which is a pretty decent album, and then there's Panic at the Disco.
Well, Panic at the Disco is not a disco album.
Hey, it has disco in the name of the band, so therefore it is disco.
Okay, you're the doc.
I will fight you on this one. I will.
You don't
fight
have to. No contest, sir. But no, like I've gone back and listened to some Bee Gees and been like, yeah, I can understand how people would have liked this at the time, and now I find it quaint. But like at the time, I can see how people were into it, and especially with the explosion of Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah. So Nemesis says they must not like hearing the lamentations of the woman over there.
When I meet up with a woman, I prefer that she doesn't lament.
And Ola Greg says exactly, Nemesis. Cheers. Cheers. Oh, Sean says, I like how the Hermes comic gorilla highlighted won't go away. Oh, that's because we were busy trying to talk to Papa. I forgot to click it. So people have gas laughing.
Why do you go absolutely bug nuts every time you see the word herpes?
No, this is just funny. It's just
Okay.
conversation.
No,
funny.
apparently you're a big fan.
I'm starting to feel like Lore Reloaded when they're rewriting some Star Trek episodes, and him and Lore Runner and Jesse Gender there were talking about Code of Honor there, and Picard and I think it was Jesse that said Picard should just beam down and go, "Hey, what's up, my black friend?" And literally for half an hour, just sitting there listening to Lore Reloaded, just sitting there laughing. He about broke his chair there, leaning over the side, but he just sitting there laughing. And Lore Reloaded was just sitting there going, "Are you done yet? Are you done yet? Are you done yet?" and Dempsey says it's just like herpes. Laughing. More pop, more cowbell.
Agreed.
And Sean says sometimes my computer thinks my monitor is my speakers.
True story, man. Like I've got a microphone on, like have wired headset that's going in into a microphone. On that wire, there is a like I could use it as a microphone if it were attached to my phone. So sometimes my audio issues get confused that way. Then sometimes it thinks that it and also I'm using dual screens. So my second screen, for some reason, it's like the volume is just down. It's not muted. So I have no visual representation. The volume's just at 0. So it could be trying to go through the TV or second monitor. It could be trying to go through my laptop. There are so many permutations that it does get frustrating and difficult to troubleshoot, So I understand the technical difficulties 100%.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sean. Good choice.
And Ola Greg says we should probably move to Gorilla's channel if possible. Well, we can. I'm not going to be staying up till midnight. I'll tell you that right now. But if you guys, I could switch over to my channel if you guys want.
Let's wait for confirmation when we hear from Pop. Get through these chats we are here for Pop. So get through the Pop chats. I guess.
All right.
I'm just a guy. You don't even have to listen to me. You can kick me off the bus.
So Ola Greg says sometimes my computer thinks it's on a starship. Yeah. All the air ducts are sealed, computer. Hey, just as long as they're not made by Boeing. Nothing on that? Wow.
Topical or too soon? I'm not sure.
Too soon. Oh wait, PvP's not here to laugh at it in. Oh
yeah, we gotta wait for PvP to come back so he knows what the plan is.
Yeah. Pop isn't being a bear, he's just frustrated because of the technical issues and people non-stop talking.
Hey, I reeled it in.
Alright, so Nemesis says, or moreover, people talking when he was trying to explain.
Yeah, sadly that was true.
I totally dig where he's coming from, and I know that.
All right.
I know that level of frustration.
Yeah, and Ola Greg says the braces removal is a Mandela effect.
Yeah, I'm not an idiot.
And Ola Greg says Dolly had braces in an alternative dimension.
Okay.
Perhaps it's quantum entanglement.
That makes more sense. I like the quantum entanglement.
I'm just investigating this phenomenon, says Oiler Greg. So he's doing the he's our research pro.
He's something like a phenomenon.
And it says, I don't insult people by denying what they remember.
But if they remembered it wrong,
Yeah. And Nemesis says, oh, thanks, bro. I'm thinking I finally figured out. I said to hey, I sent you the link. Did you not see it? I sent you the link 15 minutes ago. Half an hour late, but I still sent you. Okay, I'm gonna take my sweet ass time now, PvP. Oh, he's not even here. Oh, Greg says old school rules. If you have to look it up, it doesn't really count. I bet Nemesis didn't have to look it up. Just saying.
well, hang on. Yoda ears down. I know you're very upset with me. I don't care. I love you, Oiler Greg. But next chat, please. Also, we had a panel member say he remembered Dolly's braces. That cannot be dismissed by someone else saying he knows better. Yoda ears down permanently. Now, if I can understand this particular lamentation, is I've seen the movies. I've seen them on VHS. I've seen them on DVD. I've seen them on Blu-ray. And in regards to Moonraker, I have not seen it in the theater.
Ah, that's
I
the
know.
thing.
So there.
I
So
do
I've
remember
seen-
seeing it in the theater, and I do think she had braces, Scotty. I really do.
So
might
my
have
three
erased those
cited.
when they did the releases on media.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it is
What
possible.
In
Yeah.
what world? Okay.
Yeah.
You never know, is
PvP.
all I'm saying. There's a shadow
Hey, if
of a
you want-
doubt there.
No, there is no shadow of a doubt because you have
Okay,
one
I'm not gonna
reference,
debate.
which is memory,
I ain't going to debate.
and
braces with you,
mine
for
is
fuck's sake.
3 possessed medias. So
All right.
Okay, if I ever find a clip of Dolly with braces, I'm going to rub your nose in it, Scotty.
you're gonna have to get it from a film print.
Hey, PvP, put the name in private chat here. I'll find one for you. And can you
What
read
name?
this for me?
What name?
Dolly
Oh,
who?
Dolly? I just think she
Dolly
was Dolly.
Moonraker braces is all you have to look up on any of your favorite search engines.
Okay. And can you read this
The
one for
internet is
Kirby?
not always the final authority in everything, though. I just want to say.
right.
No, I'll sit back and wait for you to be wrong. It's great.
All right.
Oh, or maybe one day I'll be right. You never know.
Hey,
Yeah, but not on this subject.
I
'Cause
don't
then-
really, Scotty.
Then
If
why
I
are
gave a shit
you?
about you and I discussing who's right and wrong, I would have given up a long time ago, buddy. It's like I don't really worry about this stuff.
But you are.
No,
That is
I have
such
fun.
A
I have fun.
disingenuous way to back away from the argument.
No, it's not. I just
Yes, it is.
I no, it's not. And here we go
Oh
again.
well, that'll work.
Can we
Alright,
play?
yeah,
I'm
PvP,
just
can you read that
saying
chat?
what I remember is I think she may have had braces. Don't quote me as 100%. The rule
Well,
of all
quote me
rulers.
as 100%.
I'm
I've
just
seen the
saying.
tape.
In my opinion, I think the original cinema theatrical release
In
may have had her braces, but I could be wrong.
my opinion, she was topless.
Oh my
Find-
god!
find a
Well, that would have been better. I would have. That's the copy I want.
All right. Hey,
But you
PvP.
can go and check it out, and she wasn't. So
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I
Hey,
think
PvP.
this topic is way too insignificant to spend a lot of time on. Personally,
I accept your apology.
And
if you take it that way, that's fine. He was a big hunk PvP. Okay, is Lemon talking about Fabio again? Are we back to Fabio?
No, you're gone when that popped up. But
But speaking of Fabio, where the hell is Nemesis? I thought our very own Fabio was going to be joining us on the panel when I left to do my laundry.
he says he's gonna take a sweet ass time. You took your time.
Hey,
here you go.
see? There you go.
That is pretty funny.
now,
Who knows
that
if
is
that's
fan art. That's
authentic?
fan art.
That could be fake. Yeah, I'm thinking
That's
that could
fan
very
art.
much be fake.
No, you're right, PvP. It's the actual Phil.
Hey, there's you guys seriously blaming me for going into
You found the picture.
You guys
create.microsoft.com
are having
AI
way too
image
much
generator.
fun with this.
Hey,
You found the picture, and I
Hey.
admire your investigative work.
are you guys accusing me of going into a Microsoft AI image generator? Typing
Oh,
in Dolly Moonraker.
Gorilla.
Racist.
Gorilla,
You guys
you
are
naughty,
accusing me.
naughty gorilla, naughty
Yes.
gorilla.
You know,
No banana
very-
for you tonight, gorilla. No bananas
it's
for
a very specific accusation that you're asking if we're conducting. But no, I'm not. I think that was from the movie itself.
No, I
Can
just
you?
think that.
Yeah.
I've
Fine with it.
actually totally lost interest in trying to prove this. I really don't give a fuck anymore at this point. I'm just saying.
Well, you
All
can't,
right.
you can't prove it.
All right, guys, I'll be
move
back.
on?
I'll be
Okay.
back. You guys entertain everybody.
Well, I
Oh, we
was gonna
certainly
go.
can do that.
I was gonna go to the monkey bars myself. I'll be back in a second.
Well, Dan, I guess it's just you and me chatting about stuff since these two have decided to bail out for a minute.
Well,
I don't know. I mean, it could be just my mind playing tricks with my memory because that's like 1979 or something when I saw that in the theater. So that is a while ago. So I could very well be mistaken.
yeah,
you know.
well, look, I haven't seen the movie, so honestly, I don't care if whoever's right or wrong. But
Yeah.
if you
Well, I don't
guys
actually either. Yeah.
Yeah, but my point, if you two keep dragging this out forever, I'm gonna say enough. Move on, please. Move
That's
on.
what I've been trying to tell Scotty for the last, minute since I got back from the laundry room. But I mean, you've seen Moonraker probably. I would imagine, Dan.
Well,
hopefully.
if you count watching reviewers that actually watch the movie do a YouTube review on it, I have seen clips of it.
Okay. So you have not actually watched the entire film.
No.
It's kind of sci-fi and it has space battles, so it's not a bad film to watch if you got a couple hours. But I actually, well, the thing is, Jaws, the main villain in the movie, you're probably at least familiar with the Jaws character with his big shiny teeth. I'm
Yes.
hoping. Okay,
Yes.
I distinctly remember because Jaws was so well known for his big, metallic teeth that I'm sure there was a scene when Dolly, was with him and she smiled. And the joke was when she, had this big broad smile, she had braces because she had metal on her teeth like Jaws had metal on his teeth. Ha ha ha, big joke, right? And that's what I'm remembering that, right? Because I think even if I remember correctly, that got a big laugh out of the audience. But I could be totally, not remembering correctly, but I do remember it seemed like there was a big gag there where Dolly, had metal on her teeth because, she was Jaws' girlfriend or whatever, right? So I don't know.
Well, Phantom Boomer gave his opinion on who he thinks is his least favorite Bond. Who do you think is your least favorite Bond?
I'd probably go with Timothy Dalton, the two movies he did. I know that's an unpopular opinion because a lot of people like him. I just found his acting to be very wooden. I didn't think he had much of a range emotionally. I mean, I'm not saying he was terrible. Like, he was a decent Bond, but I just think most of the other Bonds I enjoyed a little bit more than his performance. But, that's the one that springs to mind. I'd have to probably think about it more. But yeah, I think Dalton was probably my least favorite overall, Dan.
Now, as I was talking roughly 30 minutes ago about some Star Wars news, excuse me, Star Wars The Acolyte's going to come out in less than 2 weeks, and I'm so overjoyed for it. I can't wait to watch every single episode. Very sarcastic.
Yeah,
Yes,
well,
Star Wars is so dead. Star Wars is so dead to me by now. After looking back at it, the Star Wars sequel trilogy, the Force Awakens. That's when the cracks started to show for my enthusiasm for Star Wars, because it was just a copy and paste of A New Hope. It was.
yeah, that seems to be around the time a lot of fans started to turn against it, from what I remember, seeing the reviews for those films. Because I have not watched them, because from what I've heard, they don't sound like good enough movies that I want to spend a couple hours. Because, time you get to my age, since I just had my 66th, birthday, like, 10 days ago, it's like I don't have all those years to just waste watching stuff I don't think I'm going to enjoy, right? So I'm getting more and more choosy as I get older, trying to get around to watching the stuff on my list that I think is actually going to be fantastic, right? Because there's some great films I still have not got around to watching, right? So, it's just like I don't have time to waste for stuff. Well, I definitely don't want to waste it on crap, like a lot of the modern franchises have turned into. And I don't even want to waste it on mediocrity anymore, to be honest,
Can
so
I
yeah.
can I ask you a question, PvP?
Well, you can always ask me a question, Scotty.
Like, what's on your
We are
list? Like,
internet friends after all, are we not?
yeah, totes. What's on your like immediate list? And
Oh,
you don't have to say it, but just like right off the top of my head, I know that I've never seen Ben-Hur, I've never seen the Ten Commandments, and I've never seen
oh,
Gone with the
oh,
Wind. I want to
oh,
see all
oh,
three of those,
oh,
but all
oh,
three of those movies
you
are
need to.
so long.
Are you seen Lawrence of Arabia?
Oh yes,
Okay, if you enjoyed Lawrence of Arabia, because that's like 3.5 hours or whatever, you'll enjoy those
that
other
was a
films too.
yes.
Because
Well,
they're so good, they don't feel long, if that makes any sense.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to invest in Gone with the Wind. I do want to see Ben-Hur.
Well, I'll tell you, Ben-Hur and Ten Commandments are both fabulous Chuck Heston movies at his prime, back in the 50s, I guess it was. I definitely recommend those two. Gone with the Wind, it's a bit of a mixed bag. I was lucky enough to see when they re-released it in the 70s at the local theater.
Oh wow.
I went with my mom and my sister, and we had a great time. But the thing with Gone with the Wind, it's one of those movies where they have the intermission halfway through, right, Scotty?
I'm fine with that.
Because they used to be civilized and they give you like 15 minutes to go take a leak or whatever instead of peeing your pants, right? Well,
Sure, sure.
not like nowadays where they force you to sit through like a 4 hour movie until you're in excruciating pain. But anyway,
Yes.
I digress. The first half with the Civil War stuff is pretty awesome. Like I think the first half of the film is fabulous. It's really
Yes.
good. Clark Gable gives a great performance. The whole cast is solid. The second half, though, kind of veers in when you get to the Scarlett O'Hara stuff more. It
Mhm.
does kind of tend to get a little bit soapy, like a little bit of soap opera creeps in, which I'm not
Yeah.
a big fan of personally. It's still a worthwhile film. And I mean, you do have that final line in the movie where Clark Gable goes, "Frankly, my
Yeah, but
dear, I don't give a damn," which is an iconic line for 1939 or whatever. 'Cause That,
yeah.
that was a shocking line, for people to hear in the theater
But
back
I've
then,
seen
right?
that
So,
line more than anything else. It's like
oh,
it's like
yeah, I
fine.
know.
I've seen that line as much as I've heard that Soylent Green is made of people or
Well,
damn
here's
yous, you blew it all to hell. Like I
yeah, here
know all of these
it's a
twist and
meme. It's become a meme,
yeah.
Well, Scotty, my recommendation would be throw on the first half of the movie till the
Yes.
intermission. If it really grabs you and you're really loving it, I'd say, go on to the second half. And if
Mhm.
you start to lose interest after, 10, 15, 20 minutes, then just say, screw it and don't watch the rest of it. You know.
You know what's a long one that I did see was Das Boot, and
Mm,
that was like 320
that's
because I saw
pretty
like the
good though.
director's cut. Yeah, I know, but the entire movie was like, I can't wait for these World War II villains to die.
Well, you think you saw the movie? I saw the series, like it was actually a television series in Germany.
I
I
heard that.
saw
Yeah,
I saw the all the episodes, and if you think the movie's long, you should try sitting through
I
the
bet. I
episodes.
bet. But I
I
was
think it
I
was like
was
four and
asking,
a half hours or something, right, Scotty?
well, and I was asking you, and I
Mm.
want to
But it
also
was
ask Dan
good.
as
It was
well. Like,
good.
off the top of your head, what are movies that you think that are not a waste of time that you want to see? And
Oh,
then when after you say, I'd love to hear Dan as well.
oh man, you're putting me on the spot because I have lots of movies, I'm
Yes.
sure. But geez, hard to just call them up. Well, if you want to talk a TV show, I need to check out still is Blake Seven because I've only watched the first couple episodes of that, and
Euler Greg is cool.
they seem really
Not
great. So that's a show I want
but
to check out.
okay, that makes sense. I was gonna qualify it just to film, but I'm not your mom. You
Yeah,
can't I can't
God.
tell you what to watch.
There's probably a lot of European films I'd like to watch because I think European films get overlooked because I think I've watched a lot of Japanese director Akira Kurosawa's films. He's a fabulous. I put him up on the same level as Stanley Kubrick. I think he was a master. of the 20th century. Personally, I've watched a lot of his films, but there are still some holes, that I have not watched every film he made. So probably would want to watch the rest of Kurosawa's films, even the minor ones, just because he is such a good director. Um, the guy that did Miyazaki,
You can probably get those at the library.
no, probably could, but I could probably find them online if I really look, because I
That's
found a lot
true.
of his other stuff here. Miyazaki, the guy that is the director that runs Studio Ghibli, the Japanese animation house. His
Mm.
films are fantastic. I've watched quite a number of those, but there are probably still a handful that I have not checked out yet. So those are definitely on my watch list because
Cool.
his animation is incredible, Scotty. Like it just blows everything else currently being made out of the water, in my opinion. Like it's just incredible stuff. And the stories are really good too, right? Great characters, very good stories. Yeah, he's not afraid to go in some very dark places too in his stories, even though some films are very lighthearted. So he has a nice range as a director. So yeah, Miyazaki would be on my list.
Of things
Some
that you
of
haven't seen.
yeah, there's probably still
So
3
how
or
do you
4 at
know?
least.
This is such an interesting. Anyway, I would like to hear from Dan. Dan, what do you have off the top of your head that you would like
Sorry, I
to?
do ramble.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. Dan, is there
Well-
anything off the top of your head that you haven't seen that may be considered classic or even recent that you everyone's saying is like really rad and you want to check it out, or even things that you think? personal?
I really don't watch very long movies, like over 3 hours or so, because if they have a bad script or bad pacing to them, I just skip the movie altogether. And like if I watch the first 30 minutes or 45 minutes, and after a while, I feel like I'm being dragged along by something. I'm like, sheesh, what's happening here? It's so boring. Just get to the point. Just get to the next story beat, please. If it's like
Well, that's
that,
what
I
you
think
don't
through.
like. What are you looking forward to watching?
Well, I have seen a few of the old movies you guys talked about. I think my family has Das Boot on DVD. I have to double
Have you seen
check.
it?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so what have you not seen that you're looking forward to?
Honestly, I do not know. I may have to look up a few older movies. I have seen the 10 Commandments with Charlton Heston on TV,
Yes.
and that was a good movie.
Have you seen Casablanca?
No, I haven't.
It is a really good movie. It's tight. I think it's under 2 hours.
Yeah, it
I
is
think
under
it's
2
probably-
hours.
It's like an hour and 30, hour and 40.
It's a really
Um,
good film, yeah. It's
really
actually,
fantastic.
I think it's one of the greatest films ever made. I mean,
It's in
Dan may not
it's
like
my
it because
favorite.
but I think it moves along at a good pace, actually, doesn't it,
Oh,
Scotty?
it's
Like,
so clippy.
it's very tight.
That's a recommendation. Like, and I take that. I'm taking this. I'm cues from the from the chat. Someone said Bogart. I think it was either Phantom Boomer or Euler Greg. I think it was Euler Greg. But like, yeah, no,
Humphrey
Bogart
Bogart,
movies rule.
yeah. Bogart made a lot of great films. So Treasure of the Sierra Madre is another one that comes to mind, actually, Scotty.
Yep.
That's worth watching. That's really good. A very
My-
very much about human psychology, that film, but if you can stick with it, it's really good.
But
It's all about greed and selfishness, I think, at its core.
Like, if you're looking for movies that sort of work, they're black and white. They're not long. But I think Euler Greg is correct, is that any Bogart movie you can plug in and be sure for an entertainment, as long as he's in like the top 3 billing. I love Sabrina. I love the African Queen. I love
good one. Yeah.
Maltese Falcon. Like all of those. Just Beat the Devil. I love Beat the Devil because it's basically a Casablanca reunion. And then at the very end, spoilers, Bernard Lee shows up, and he famously played M in the Sean Connery and some of the Roger Moore James Bond movies. So it was a really good time.
All right. Hey guys, can we catch up on chats? We're getting behind again.
Sounds good,
well,
bro.
I don't have, dude, you know I would know how to do this, but I don't have the keys.
Yeah, Greg says, I'm not upset.
Neither am I, sir.
Other Greg says, you are not affected by the effect. You cannot imagine how others feel.
I am immune, sir.
Scotty, you want to read this one?
Yes, the Phantom Boomer Explores says Scotty loves having his nose rubbed in it. Rubbed in being correct? Yes.
Among other things, probably.
Hey, you buy me a drink, we'll see what happens there, Danny.
Yeah. Said Sean says, I think it's a Mandela effect. The pics of her are in pigtails and she's smiling like a girl who would have braces. I definitely understand why people think so, but it's a Mandela effect.
I'm with Sean.
And Greg says, well, we tried. I will not discuss this topic with this group of people.
No, you want to talk to the guy? Never mind. I will sit down.
Yeah. And Boomer says, my middle brother had Fabio hair. The ladies loved it.
Yeah.
And other Greg says, agreed, Sean. And Nemesis says, yes, Gorilla. Or I should say, Nemesis goes, yes, Gorilla. That's exactly what he's accusing me of doing. I remember the braces as well. And move on, huh? The subject makes you uncomfortable? And I hate Roger Moore as Bond.
You know, it's strange. It's interesting. As we were talking about Lazenby earlier, people used to hate Lazenby. And now people tend to be like, I say, what's your favorite James Bond parody? Some people would say the Roger Moore movies. So
yeah.
Oh, mine's Casino Royale with David Niven. That's hilarious, that film.
No, that's a Vortex of Suck.
It's actually, I think it's really entertaining because it's also got a fabulous soundtrack as well.
It does. Burt Bacharach.
Yeah, Burt Bacharach was in top form on that film. Go for it, Gorilla.
And Oiler Greg says, it's been a hell of a long, hard week. And never mind. And Nemesis says, that sounded kind of dirty, Oiler, as my daughter's trying to put a piece of string cheese in my mouth. Sean says, Oiler, it also been a hard day's night.
And you've been working like a dog, right?
I don't know.
I guess that joke is a Beatles fan. It's been a hard day's night. Been working like a dog.
And others giving us music.
Purple Notes.
Music is good. Is that like a Prince tribute or something, Oiler? Come on. You can tell us.
Makes sense.
And poor Oiler has been working like a dog. I like Dalton, just not as Bond.
Yeah, Dalton never did it for me as Bond. I don't know why, but he just didn't.
He's my favorite.
Oiler Greg says, I hope you get power back soon, Sean.
Yes.
And happy birthday.
I guess that's addressed to PvP for a late birthday.
That's me.
I think so.
That was like 10 days ago, but thank you, Oiler. It's getting a little past it, but
I'll
accept it.
Well, in Oiler Greg's defense, he's been without power for over a week.
Okay, that makes sense then. Okay, thank you, Oiler. Thank you.
Yeah, they had a massive storm hit Houston, like over 125 mile per hour winds.
Holy crap! That's bad. Wow. Yeah.
I don't know what that is in kilometers.
It don't matter. It's a lot, and that's it's enough. Let's put it that way.
Yeah,
K Mutiny's a good one too. Yeah, that's a good movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about the K Mutiny. That is rad.
That's the one where Bogey has like what does he have, like the balls in his hand? What the hell are they?
Hang on, you're gonna want to rephrase that.
You know what I mean? Though? They're like steel, like metallic objects.
So PvP, you got steel metallic balls in your hand, huh?
No, he's right.
You know what I mean, though, right, Scotty?
No, they've never seen the movie.
Oh fuck! I give up. I should just.
They're like round dice. Yes, we know what testicles.
Yeah,
are,
something like that. Yeah, but every time he's getting tense, he he starts fidgeting,
He
right?
just clasps them and rolls them between his fingers.
Exactly. Yeah, but it's very telling of his character's
It is.
nature.
It is. And completely inappropriate in front of the ladies. Sean Carter says,
That's okay.
And Sean says, "Other great, thank you. I see some streetlights coming on, so there's hope. There has always been hope. A fool's hope, but there's always been hope." Well, come on, PvP, name the movie. Name the movie.
Name which movie?
the one that he just quoted.
Yeah, there's never been much hope. So, a fool's
Oh.
hope. But
I'm drawing blank. Sorry.
Come on, Lord of the Rings.
That would be the Lord of the Rings. It's either the Two Towers or the Return of the King movie. One of
Okay,
those
well,
two.
I've only seen them once, and I'm not a huge Rings fan, so sorry.
Oh, you loved those movies.
They
Yeah,
were very
there's-
fun to watch, yeah, but it's not like I memorized every minute of them.
All right.
Oh, yeah,
so-
yeah. That quote is from Return of the King. That movie, I think it is.
So
That
are
was
we
the-
almost
that
done with
was
the
the
chat
third-
so we
was that
can
the
drop
third
out?
That was the third movie, right? Return of the King.
yes.
That was
Yeah,
the
yeah.
best one. That was my favorite. That was a great movie.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. You guys, if we're switching over to Gorillas, that would be great. If
I'm-
we're not, then I
Hey.
will see you all in the future. I
I fall
appreciate
asleep.
everybody in the chat. So I
Alright.
will see you guys soon. Thank you so much. High five to PvP. High five to Sci-Fi Sit Down. Absolute handshake to Gorilla's Random Thoughts. And
Yeah.
double high five to Pop Culture Curator. I wish you had been here, sir.
Yeah.
But it was great to be a part of the stream, and hope to see you next time. I'll see you in the
Scotty,
future.
just make sure
Alright.
when you shake one of Gorilla's hands, make sure it's actually his hand and not his foot.
No, I'm fine with that. We're friends.
All right. So we're gonna catch up on the. I want to finish up the chats here. Then I'm gonna head to bed here. I gotta get, and she's not going to bed until I go to bed. So
Oh, so you're going to call it a night then, Gorilla? We're calling it a night, are we?
yeah.
Okay.
Other Greg says if others are experiencing a quantum entanglement, you are not, then they can say not provided evidence because this dimension is different. If you start to investigate by domestic witnesses, you really. Other Greg, I am way too damn sober for that. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Yeah. Okay. Then you aren't investigating anything. But this could be proof of the existence of a soul. What else could shift dimensions? I am way too sober for that conversation. So, I run Boggarts on my watch parties, just saying. And favorite Boggart movies, Phantom? I'm
I
not
don't
sure.
remember that one.
And fingers
What is the
crossed.
full
John.
title? What is the full title of the movie? Just Phantom, or is there another title to it?
Yeah, I don't recognize that one by one
Well,
word.
I'm guessing he's asking what his favorite Bogart movies is. That Phantom, he's talking to Phantom Boomer.
Oh,
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, another Greg says easy peasy Casablanca and Maltese Falcon. Yeah, and Daniel says I'd like to watch Casablanca. And welcome Daniel there. And Taylor Swift is giving us a turquoise waving hands here. And other Greg says Casablanca is an excellent movie, a great love story, and war movie.
Well, the thing is, too, guys, Casablanca was actually filmed during World War II when it was still happening in the real world.
Hey.
It's actually kind of a bit of propaganda when you think about it, because, of course, it takes place in Casablanca, which was like the free French area where, people were still had a certain amount of freedom, and the Nazis couldn't actually control everything. But they were there, and they were quite nasty. And I don't want to give too many spoilers, but it's very good. Very good movie.
No, you're talking about the treasonous part of France.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was like they called it, I think, Free France or whatever.
Vichy.
But
They call it
like
Vichy
Vichy.
France.
Yeah, Vichy France. Exactly, Gorilla. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, but But if yeah, so I've talked to a couple French people. They called it the traitor's part of France.
Oh well, yeah. It was basically it was like a refuge where people could escape because technically the Germans couldn't grab them without a good reason. If you had the proper papers on you, you were good to go. But
Yeah.
if your papers expired, they could just shoot you, like if
Yeah.
you caused them any ruckus. So
No,
well, just watch the movie. That's the best way to
Yeah.
describe it.
yeah. Vichy France was a puppet government of Germany.
Yeah, but it was kind of technically had a little bit of independence still, so they couldn't exactly take everything over like they wanted to.
Yeah, and
It was
Taylor.
complicated.
Yeah, and Taylor Swift gave us the Turquoise Raven Hands. Greg says Casablanca is an excellent movie, a great love story and more movie. Okay, and Nemesis says Daniel, I hope you are well. And Boomer here says, I don't gotta show you no stinking badgers. And two of the greatest movies of all time, Phantom, says Other Greg. And Nemesis doing okay, thanks.
But I'm thirsty.
All right, just give me a minute, okay? Josh said, my girlfriend taking a chick dump, her belly up.
Well, not really the information I needed to hear, but
No. Damn badgers are always eating trees there. And Daniel says, so will we all watch the series finale of Star Trek Discovery? We could give it a proper send-off.
why would I watch it since I have
Here.
not watched it since the second episode when I gave up that it was garbage?
Here, look, my audio avatar is the proper send-off it gets.
I will agree with that one, girl.
Yeah. Yeah, Boomer says July 19th, I'm running Beat the Devil on Friday watch party.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Make sure I'll try to maybe hopefully I can catch it after the Waltons.
Yeah, it's a couple months away, but yeah, that's cool. So I guess after you call it quits here, Gorilla, that's pretty much it for the night then, I'm guessing. I don't think anybody else is streaming right now. Hello?
He's probably talking to his kid.
Oh, okay. I didn't notice him muted, but I guess he's
Oh,
away.
I'm guessing anyway. I'm guessing.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, well, it's almost 9 o'clock here, so I guess it's getting late enough. I should probably go and cook some supper anyway. Actually, I need to eat something.
Well, you said you were a little chubby, were you? You may want to lose a few pounds.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I'm going to stop eating. Anyway, it looks like Gorilla has bailed and ended the thing there. So I'm going to head out too then, Dan.
All right. Well, the stream is still going. Not sure if Papa's going to keep the live stream on if we all go, unless I'm just going to be here and entertain people.
Yeah, well, I don't know what else to talk about, really. It was just the two of us, because I could recommend stuff like the Federico Fellini films, the Italian director, but I doubt you've heard much about him. So, it might be, not the most profitable thing to point out, though I would definitely say check out some of his movies too. But yeah, I think I'm just going to call it a night, actually.
Well, good night, PvP. If you ever forgot to do your live streams on YouTube, I can be on your live streams to help you out.
Yeah, I really should do that one of these days, but there's a lot of stuff going on, so it's probably going to be a while before I get around to it. But I do appreciate the offer there, Dan. So anyway,
I just hope I'm just as good with helping you as I am with advice. That's all I got.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I do appreciate it, definitely. But yeah, I think I'll just head out because I should actually get some food on. I think I'm going to reheat some of the stuff from the barbecue that my cousin had last night because he gave me a bunch of food to take home. So I think I'll cook up a couple of those burgers. So, oh, Girlie, you're back.
Yeah.
Hey, I thought you were giving up on us.
No, computer died.
No, I was just going to head out. So Are you heading out, or are you going to stick around for a
Well,
while?
I want to finish the chats, then I want to end it.
Hmm.
Okay. Boomer says, I own the 31 version of the Maltese Falcon. I didn't even know about that it existed. Okay. And hey, it's the man of many words, Cody guy. Welcome, welcome. He says, LOL. And PvP, you already this one?
Balls in his hands, eh? Well, you have to know the context of the movie there, Nemesis just saying.
Yeah. You already this one also?
Balls of steel and missing strawberries. Okay. I have
And,
no idea what the strawberries are about, but
okay. Greg says, cool Phantom. Now says every time he gets nervous, he clasps his balls and plays with them. Good to know.
yeah, but not those balls, Nemesis.
Yeah. And Nemesis says, Gandalf, Return of the King, talking to Pippin before the siege. Maybe the Oilers will finally win the Super Bowl this season. In the next dimensional shift. And he says, bye, Scotty. Adios, Scotty. And okay, Oiler Greg says, Vichy France used double white flags when surrendering. Yep. Well, you know that you actually know the flag that's on the moon there? Yeah, because of years of solar radiation, that it stripped all the color from the flag, so now it looks like the fucking French went to the moon instead.
Well, you never know, eh? There's always unexpected results, I guess, if things last long enough.
Yeah. So Boomer says goodnight. Other Greg says goodnight, everyone. Nemesis says, stay amazing, you beautiful beings. I'll be on later.
Oh, you're going to do a gaming stream then? I'm guessing, Nemesis.
Yeah. All right, so we're all caught up. So PvP, what do you got going on?
Oh, not much. Just added some more albums by the punk group The Damned. Even though a lot of their later stuff is more goth rock than punk. But yeah, I think I've got about half a dozen of their albums out now because my cousin and I are going to see them next month in Vancouver, which is going to be great because they have been going 48 years. Various lineups, but their original singer, Dave Vanian, is still singing. He's has a song on every album for 48 years, and he still sounds fantastic, which is incredible for a guy pushing his late 60s. But Dave has still got the chops vocally, so really looking forward to seeing that. And I've been concentrating on that band on the uploads for the last couple of weeks now. And that's about it. Oh, Gorilla's gone on a away mission again.
All right, so I guess it's my turn. Well, to all the Pops viewers and watchers, and to the panelists that, know me, but others that don't know me, I'm Sci-Fi Sith Dan. I usually cover different sci-fi TV shows or movies, depending on how well down in lore I am in them. On my YouTube channel, I have different crossover universe ideas and also movie rankings on my YouTube channel. You can check those out. I usually do my live streams 4 to 6 p.m. Pacific time on Saturdays. I may change that up to not get in the way of Gorillas or Resolute Germs, usually Saturday live streams. And I usually am on other people's live streams if they will offer it in the chat and on the panel. I do cross streams if they offer it, if they allow it. Yeah, and I do upload videos once a week, depending on the subject, on my YouTube channel. Every new subscription and like helps me continue my growth as a YouTube channel and a content creator to entertain you guys. Beyond that, that's all I have to say. I'll turn over to Gorilla, and hopefully his kid did not steal the show from me by saying this.
All right, as for me, tomorrow we are watching RoboCop 3. Wednesday, we should get back to Justified Season 5. For Crit Stock, we are going to war with Canada in Canadian bacon. And Friday, we'll have our Waltons review, Season 3, Episode 11 or 12. I can't remember. It's the one after the book.
After the book, okay.
Yeah,
we didn't do it yesterday because I think I told you I was away for the barbecue yesterday. So
yeah.
Thanks for delaying. Yeah.
Well, I still got to fight the copyright claim on the book, so that must have been the last one.
You got a copyright claim? Jeez, what's going on with them giving you copyright claims on the Waltons, man?
Every single one.
Really?
But,
Oh man.
then on next Saturday, we should be watching 2 more episodes of RoboCop, the TV series. And with Pop, hopefully we'll have Lost in Space on Monday night at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Tuesday will be a horror sci-fi reviews. And Wednesday is 2 more episodes of Gilligan's Island. So with that, everybody have a good night.